Elizabeth from Elpis Astrology at elpisastrology.com. Thanks for joining me today. So this is the astrological outlook, according to me, for March 2020. And I'm going to be covering some of the highlights. This will be about a 10-minute video. I will be doing an extended video as per usual, but this month I am going to be doing it on the Venus retrograde because there's so much going on with this Venus retrograde. And that'll probably be available third, fourth week of February, even though the Venus retrograde technically starts in May, June time. All right. So when we look at March, we have a full moon in Virgo, and that is going to be at 19 degrees of Virgo, 37 minutes. That's on the 9th of March. One of the aspects that happens around this time is we have Venus conjuncting Uranus at 3 degrees. So take a look to see if you've got some angle or planet yourself at that degree point of 3 degrees Taurus. This basically talks to breakups or unexpected instant attraction to somebody. So in the collective, we could hear of unexpected breakups or unexpected coming together for some reason. And individually, we could potentially meet somebody that really sweeps us off our feet. That's the sort of energies that come with the Venus-Uranus conjunction. We also have a new moon that's going to be in Aries. That's at 4 degrees, 12 minutes of Aries. And for all Aries, this is a new start for you. So this is your new year, new beginning. You have a couple aspects happening. One is the sun and moon. At a new moon, the sun and moon are always together. It will be squaring the north node in Cancer. So this speaks to really having a challenge where you're going to have to look at how you're nurturing yourself, right? And that includes the people in your life, the places in your life, what you're doing to make yourself feel good. This home that I'm going to, does it feel like I'm going home to an oasis where I can put my feet up and just relax and enjoy myself? Does this relationship I have make me feel that way too? All these types of things are going to be coming up for you. But you also have a nice aspect. You've got Venus sextiling Neptune, and I've spoken about Venus sextiling Neptune before. This is just a very high level energy of love. It can be something like compassion, but it can also bring in or give you an opportunity to have someone that is vibrating at a really high level of love. When we look at Neptune, this is the highest expression of love, and then of course Venus is love. So they form a very nice complement, but it's a sextile, so there's opportunities around. Now, it can be opportunities also to change your values, for instance, and bring them up to a more spiritual level. Venus also represents money, so I guess there could be an opportunity connected with the spiritual world and making money. And that's individually and collectively. So the other thing we have happening is the Mercury, which was retrograde, is going to be stationing direct, and that's going to be on the 10th of March. It'll be at 28 degrees of Aquarius. If you want to listen to my opinion of what I think that 28 degrees Aquarius means for us, check out my February video as well. But that's going to be good news. We're not going to be out of shadow yet, but that's okay. 10th of March is the official time when Mercury stations to go direct. So the other thing that we have happening is the Spring Equinox. And on the Pacific coast, this will be on the 19th of March 2020 at 9:13 p.m. Now on the East Coast, obviously this is now going to be just after midnight, so it'll be the 20th of March. I decided to construct a chart for the Spring Equinox, and I thought it was really interesting that Aquarius comes back in, and of course if Aquarius is there, Uranus is there because it rules Aquarius, and the moon is going to be at 13 degrees of Aquarius. The other aspects we have is Uranus itself, that rules Aquarius, will be trining the south node and sextiling the north node. So this is favorable energy with regards to letting go things that are no longer useful for us, or integrating these things into our life, and then actually opportunities to move forward or continue to move forward on that destiny path that really relates to nurturing us. We also have the Sun sextiling Saturn, It'll be at a critical degree of just over 29 degrees. So this is a culmination of some sort with regards to our structures and potentially making changes in them, or at least earmarking some things for changes. And then we'll have Mercury now in Pisces will be trining the north node of the moon. Altogether, I think this spring equinox, which lasts for about 3 months, to me is saying that we're going to have a lot of opportunities here to see the new signposts ahead. A couple other aspects that are happening that are influencing this. We will have an exact conjunction of Mars, which is all about action, with Jupiter in Capricorn. So this is a couple of things. It's the impetus, the action we might take with regards to seeing the future. It could be just, whoa, I get it. I see my future ahead of me, especially with regards to the structures in my life. Do I need this? So it may be also an action of, I got to get rid of this, I have to include this, or I have to integrate this. That's the aspect here that could be happening, integration with regards to Mars. But it's a very cutting type energy, literally, Mars. And Mars rules things like our head, as well as our bodies. So there could be different things where we decide to take some action here. It's a trigger point. We also have Pluto at 24 degrees of Capricorn. And this is hovering very close to this Mars too, which is at 22. So won't be long, a couple days before that Mars conjuncts Pluto too, which then sets off an atomic bomb. Not really an atomic bomb, but some potential real energy. Maybe energy that's been brewing away. There's a trigger point again where we're releasing things in the collective as well as us individually, where we finally get the insight to move on. That moon in Aquarius is going to be very much influencing us over the next 3 months, which is, the area of influence of this spring equinox. So leave comments where if you've got any, degree points with planets or angles. It'd be fun to start talking about them in the comments section. We also have Mars, I mentioned, will be conjuncting Pluto, but that's actually on the 23rd of March, and this is significant. This is energy meeting with power, so some kind of release of power. Now in the collective, this could mean literal changes in the guard of power in different countries. Could be forced or volunteered, but with Mars there, that's aggressive action. We have Saturn, around this critical degree point, so it's a culmination of us changing our structures, generally speaking. It will ingress on the 21st of March, so that's just after the spring equinox. So definitely that spring equinox has the energy of this change, in particular this Saturn going now into Aquarius. It goes into a maximum degree point of 1 degree for this first ingress into Aquarius till July 2020. And then it retrogrades back into 29 degrees of Capricorn till December of this year, where again it'll go into the 1 degree point and then could make that grand conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. I'll speak a little bit more about that in a second. So really what we have is a buildup of energies with regards to this Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. And what's nice is we've got Venus in the mix. Venus is going to be trining this Jupiter-Pluto conjunction on the 28th of March. It'll be exact on the 4th of April, but it doesn't really matter. I think this is a buildup of energies. And to me, I think this is all about fairness. I mean, Venus is all about balancing the scales and being fair. Jupiter is pointing us to the future. It also is expanding things and conjuncting Pluto. It's saying, okay, let's bust it out. We got to move forward here. And with the Venus influence, I think it's really going to be talking to, we need to put some fairness into the equation with regards to what we're putting together here, with regards to all our institutions for the future. Now, this might be reflected in early election type results, where we actually start seeing the collective is voting with its feet and saying, I want more for all of us. Just not select individuals are going to get the good things happening in their lives. All of us deserve it. So we'll have to see if that pans out. We have actually on the 22nd of March, Mercury sextiling Uranus. And that's an influence now of Pisces and Taurus. To me, this says there may be some scientific breakthrough. So Uranus also, represents research and scientific breakthroughs, that sort of thing. And of course, Mercury represents messages, information. At the forefront, of course, is the coronavirus right now, and perhaps around the 22nd of March, there's going to be some major scientific breakthrough that will be helpful to all of humanity. Right, so we actually have Venus, now in Pisces, will be trining Pluto at 24 degrees, and that's on the 29th of March. For us individually, this could bring in a powerful, powerful love into our life, but it can also bring in power with regards to money. So this might be an opportunity, depending, see where you've got 24 degrees of either Pisces and or, 24 degrees of Taurus and 24 degrees of Capricorn. That's where you've got the Venus-Pluto trine happening on the 29th of March. It could bring in powerful money to help you manifest something, maybe just something beautiful. But certainly this can bring in some powerful energies with regards to very deep love, very significant love. Can be shared resources too with regards to somebody helping you out with regards to money, loaning you maybe money, that type of thing, if that's what you're in need of. But it also can actually give opportunities here for strengthening our value systems, and this could be on a collective level too that I talked about earlier. The 30th of March, this is where we have that Saturn at that conjunction point that's going to happen with the grand conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn at the exact is at 0 degrees 32 minutes of Aquarius on the 22nd of December, but let's round that up to 1 degree. So 1 degree is going to be a very important degree point for us, especially with regards to the cycle of Jupiter and Saturn, because that's the degree point that the cycle starts. So because we've got Saturn conjuncting this point right now, we're going to be given some heads up, foreshadowing, again, signposts, enlightened information pouring down in through us. Pay attention to those things. People coming into our lives. This is the time when you overhear someone saying something and it triggers something into you that's significant for you to move forward with. Good time to be listening and observing what people, places, and things come into your life, especially come into your life, that are there to change your life. Okay. I looked at the Sabian Symbol for this 1 degree of Aquarius, and it is an old Adobe mission in California. So this is all about the work and creation of many, leaving an enduring form for others. So boiling it down, this is the question you have to ask yourself. What is your contribution to mankind? What legacy are you leaving behind? All these types of questions and thoughts can be something we can spend time at with regards to this whole equinox period of about 3 months. Be a good time to do that. We've got Venus in the sky for at least a few hours. It's fairly low, but mainly in the west, but you can also see it in the southwest depending what time you go out over the next few months. I will be doing my Venus retrograde video, as I mentioned, but I'll also be doing a second video, joint video with a very good Vedic astrologer, Malini, next week. I'm doing this in February, this particular video. And so you're going to have a double Venus videos. You're going to have my take on the Western, and then you'll have this joint video that she and I are doing together, where she'll bring in the Vedic aspects of Venus retrograde. I think that's going to be very useful to everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wish everybody all the best over this spring equinox coming up. Exciting, right? We've got summer after that. Leave me all your comments and any suggestions that you have. If you'd like your chart done, you know I'd be delighted to do that too. Go to alpusastrology.com in my services tab. Don't forget to breathe, and don't forget to do your meditations. Take very good care of yourself, and we'll talk to you soon.